Here on your new country leader, KORN Country 100.3. KORN Country 100.3 FM supports local artists. That's why every Thursday morning at 8 o'clock, we invite local musicians to the spacious KORN Country Studios in downtown Franklin to perform live. We call it the KORN Jam. If you'd like to be on the KORN Jam, just email us at jam@korncountry.com. Now, from the spacious KO.
All right, good morning. A very special edition of the KORN Jam as we are so happy to welcome the one and only Will Hoge to our studios, Franklin, Indiana. Will, good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Well, tell us your journey here. Obviously, you've had a busy 48 hours, haven't you?
It's been a busy week. Yeah, we finished up at the CMAs last night, and I jumped in the dark hole of my bunk on the bus and woke up here, and it's very cold and very early.
So, how was it last night?
It was great. It was always the CMAs is always fun. It's like a big old dysfunctional family reunion, and always good to get to see everybody. And, I thought the show last night was really fun.
Did you get a chance to run into a lot of the artists that have covered your songs and you've worked with in the past?
Yeah, we did. I mean, getting to see, we sat right with the Eli Young guys and got to see them. And then, you know, so many of those other folks have become friends and peers over the years that it's, like I say, it really is just kind of a big reunion.
Now, you're on the road quite a bit. Do you get a chance to run into some of these acts while you're crisscrossing the country?
We do every now and then. You run into one another. You know, you pull into a truck stop and there's another 45-foot Prevost, and you kind of go, whose bus is that? And then generally run into one another in the snack aisle.
All right. And now, what brings you to Indiana?
We are playing in Indianapolis, Indiana, this evening, and hopefully some of the folks hearing this will come out and see the show.
Now, normally you're not up this early in the morning, are you?
I got kids. I got a 6 and a 3-year-old, so yes, I'm always up this early. I'm not usually out as late as I was the night before. That's the problem.
We're going to be at the Rathskeller tonight, so it'll be a super
Thank
cool
you for
show.
remembering that,
Yep.
because I couldn't think of it when I said
And
it.
then tomorrow you're up to Chicago the next night, aren't you?
Yeah, which it'll be a lot warmer up there, they said.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right? No?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, somebody lied.
Hey, tell us about the band that you have, the guys that are here with you.
Yeah, who are these guys? I've got Jesse Isley over here on the lead guitar still. You're right, yeah, he's here. Brian Killian on the drums, Brady Beard on piano, and Adam Beard on the bass guitar.
Super cool. What's the first song you're going to play for us here?
Well, you mentioned seeing friends that we know and folks that have cut songs, so let's, first one will be Even If It Breaks Your Heart, which is a song that I wrote and was recorded by the Eli Young Band. Here it goes like this. Way back on the radio dial, fire got lit inside a bright-eyed child. Every note just wrapped around her soul. From steel guitar to Memphis, all the way to rock and roll. Oh, I can hear her play. I can hear the ringing of a beat-up old guitar. Oh, I can hear her say, keep on dreaming, even if it breaks your heart. Downtown, where I used to wander, old enough to get there, but too young to get inside. I would stand out on the sidewalk and listen to the music playing on Friday night. Oh, I can hear her play. I can hear the ringing of a beat-up old guitar. Oh, I can hear her saying, keep on dreaming, even if it breaks your heart. Some dreams stay with you forever, drag you around, lead you back to where you were. Some dreams keep on getting better, gotta keep believing,
was nicely covered by the Eli Young Band. How cool was that, Will, when you first heard that on the radio?
Really, really cool. Yeah, I mean, as cool as getting to hear yourself do your song on the radio. There's something even more special, I think, as a writer when you get to hear somebody else do it, because I feel like in some ways, even some of my favorite artists growing up, once there was a certain level of success, you started to have other artists covering it, and that was always a testament to the records that you've made and the songs you've written. And I felt like that was the case with this. I was incredibly proud of it.
Gosh, I think that's the ultimate compliment.
I agree.
I mean, even like Lady Antebellum, when they cover one of your songs,
Mm-hmm.
and Shinedown, I mean, that's, wow. I mean, when you get that different variety of artists covering your music, I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta feel good about that.
I did. I feel real good about it. Still do, as a fact.
Tell us about Strong and how that came about with Chevrolet.
Yeah, I got together to write one day with a guy named Zach Crowell and a guy named Ashley Gorley, and we started working on this song as a tribute to our father, kind of born, not as a tribute, but kind of born out of conversation about our fathers and our grandfathers, kind of the lessons that you learn from them growing up and things like that. And then coupled that with, as fathers ourselves, sort of what we wanted to instill in our own kids to sort of leave a legacy behind for them. And that was the start of Strong. And we finished the song that day, recorded it real quick, just did a quick guitar vocal demo with way less recording stuff than we've got here today. And about 3 days later, we got a call from Chevrolet that they had heard the song and wanted to use it in this ad campaign. And within 2 weeks, everything moved so fast. And fortunately, I own my own record label to put my records out, so there wasn't the red tape that you kind of have to go through with the big Nashville labels or the big New York labels and things like that. So I made a phone call to myself and approved the usage of the song. And because I have a brilliant label president, in case you were wondering. Yeah, he's really, really smart guy.
I think he's up for promotion.
Yeah, I should be. I should be. And within 2 weeks, everything was done. The video was done. The mixing was done for the song. It was on our record, and it was on TV and the commercials within 10 days after that, probably.
Gosh, did they at least give you a pickup truck for doing that?
They at least did, yes.
Cool. So that's that all happened really quick. How has that changed your life?
It's really just starting to. I mean, it's changed it immediately just in the amount of people that are hearing what the band and I do on a daily basis. We've never had the good fortune of having any sort of national exposure like that, even if it's just in 30-second increments. But it's that sounds ominous.
Yeah, it does.
Is Darth Vader coming in?
I think so.
Oh, cool. So yeah, it's been exposure that we've never had before on a TV commercial type level. So that's been amazing, and really just in 3 weeks since the single has been out to country radio, we're just now starting to see some of the real benefits of that too, which is going to be even greater just because the country music audience and the listeners, it's such a close-knit group of people that are supportive of the music that they love. We're hoping to continue to make a bigger blip on that radar screen too.
We're joined by Will Hoge on the special edition of the KORN Jam here on KORN, here on the KORN Morning Show, and the band is here with us. So we'll talk about the new CD coming up here in just a little bit called Never Give In. We'll talk about that. What's our next song you want to perform for us here?
Well, let's see. Let's do, this is kind of a country song from the new record. This is called Daddy Was a Gambling Man.
All right, here is Will Hoge Band live in the KORN Country Studio downtown Franklin.
Plays in town, he just goes for broke. When he is away, she can't help but feel the chill. 'Cause Daddy is a gambling man, Mama loves him still. She counts her blessings while he counts his cards. He only home. She tries to hide the tears as he says, my dear, the money's all gone. But as he lays sleeping, she goes to pawn a wedding band, bring him back the money, pray for a decent hand. She prays that their luck will change, but knows it probably never will. 'Cause Daddy is a gambling man, but Mama loves him still.
Wow, very good. Daddy was a gambling man. Good stuff. Where we do it live here in the KORN Country studio. The band will be right back. We're going to hear from Jason Aldean for you right now. It's a special edition of the KORN Jam right here on KORN Country 100.3 with Will Hoge. Back with more in just a little bit.